The Type 96 is a Chinese second-third generation main battle tank. Based on the Type 85-3 design, the Type 96 entered service with the People's Liberation Army in 1997. An estimated 2,500-plus Type 96 tanks are in service with the PLA. Generally speaking, PLA's tank development can be divided into 3 generations. The first generation is a version of the Soviet T-54A and its derivatives produced in China as the Type 59 and Type 69/79. The second generation main battle tank started with the Type 80, which further branched into the Type 88 and the Type 96, developed in parallel by different institutes but all funded by China North Industries Corporation. The third generation started with the developmental Type 96 grams/hour, a heavily modified variant of the series. History: after the Sino-Soviet split in the 1960s, relations between China and the Soviet Union gradually worsened, leading to border clashes in 1969. By the 1970s, over 1.5 million troops from both sides were stationed along the Sino-Soviet border. At the time, the best Chinese tanks were copies of Soviet T-54A tanks, which were hopelessly outmatched by new Soviet designs like the T-64 and T-72. The People's Liberation Army requested new tanks that could match Soviet production tanks, which led to the development of the Type 69x617 factory, incorporating some technologies from a captured Soviet T-62 tank. However, the Type 69 failed to satisfy PLA requirements and was more of a success in exports than in domestic use. As a result, new tank development was commenced and a new family of tanks that included many sub-families was developed. Versions: the Type 85 was further developed into the Type 90, but besides a few test vehicles for evaluation, this tank was not adopted by the People's Liberation Army. Instead, the tank became the export model for Pakistan, which developed the MBT-2000 tank based on the Type 90. This tank was jointly developed by Beijing 201 Institute and Inner Mongolia 617 factory. Type 90 This is the first Chinese tank to incorporate a modular design concept for its armor. The frontal arc of the turret is a modular design so that when more advanced composite armor is developed, it can readily replace older composite armor. Type 90I This was the export model for the next generation main battle tank for Pakistan. The power plant is the British Perkins Shrewsbury Cove 12-1200 TCA diesel engine, and the transmission is the French ESM 500 automatic transmission. However, the project was abandoned due to the arms embargo following the 1998 Pakistani nuclear tests. Type 92 In order to avoid the problems of the embargo and the reliance on foreign industry, the power plant of the Type 90I was replaced by the domestic Chinese equivalent. However, the result was disappointing because China had yet to master the technology. Although the power plant was somewhat adequate in the humid climate of southern China, its reliability did not meet the standard in northern China's arid conditions and Pakistan's harsh desert climate. Type 90 IIM To overcome the shortcomings of the power plant in earlier Type 90 versions, Ukrainian 6TD diesel was chosen. The selection was impressive enough that Pakistan decided to adopt this version as its Al-Khalid main battle tank, and 600 tanks were scheduled to be produced in Pakistan by 2007 based on the MBT-2000, which is the upgraded variant of the Type 90 IIM. Type 96G/Type 96 Ares In 1995, Norinco developed the Type 85-3 prototype with a 1,000 horsepower diesel engine and explosive reactive armor, after finally solving the engine problem. After further improvements which included incorporating expertise gained from the Type 90 such as modular armor design, this version was accepted by the PLA in 1996, and entered service in 1997 as the Type 96. Production of the Type 88 stopped when the Type 96 became available, and the Type 96 was mass-produced in larger numbers than the Type 88. In comparison to the Type 85 and Type 88, the Type 96 features a new integrated thermal imaging day sight, a Chinese infrared laser jamming system, a more powerful engine, improved electronics and a Western-style turret. Recent photos suggest the Type 96 was heavily modified with add-on armor modules and explosive reactive armor, similar to the Type 99's. Its internal electronics may also have been upgraded to Type 99 standard. It features thermal sights aiding the commander and gunner. The 3 crew members have night vision capabilities. The commander is also able to target for the gunner. A laser defense system similar to the Shtra has been installed as well. Electro-optical jammers are found on the tank, which are able to jam enemy-guided missiles, rangefinders, and designators. Currently an estimated 2,000 to 2,500 are in service with the People's Liberation Army and production is likely to continue. Norinco's official designation for the Type 96GA is ZTZ 96 grams per hour. Similarly to the Soviet Union's two-tank strategy with a basic T-72 and higher technology T-64 and T-80, the Type 96 is likely to become the standardized main battle tank in service with the PLA throughout the decade, while the more advanced and expensive Type 99 is reserved for its elite units. In mid-2014, China entered the Type 96A in the Russian tank biathlon where it went up against Russian T-72Bs. The Type 96A came in third, revealing that while it has advanced weapons, armor, and automation systems, the tank's engine is underpowered compared to its heavily modified Russian counterparts. Operators. Current operators Bangladesh Army, 44 MBT-2000s to be delivered by China in 2012 to 2013. People's Republic of China, People's Liberation Army Euro 2,500 plus in service as of 2013. Pakistan Army Euro about 500 Pakistan-made Al-Khalid MBTs in service. Al-Khalid tanks are based on Type 90 IIM/MBT 2000 tanks produced by China. Sudanese Army Euro 200 Type 96 as. It has been rumored that the first ever recorded kill for the Type 96 was recorded in the 2012 War of Heglig when Sudanese Type 96s destroyed 4 South Sudanese T-72 MBTs. Morocco, Royal Moroccan Army, 150 VT-1A purchased, 54 received in 2011. Sri Lanka Army, 22 Al-Khalid MBTs on order from Pakistan. Al-Khalid tanks are based on Type 90 IIM/MBT 2000 tanks produced by China. Myanmar Army, a known number of MBT 2000s in service. See also Type 59, Type 62, Type 69/79, Type 8088, MBT 2000, Type 9899s, T-64, T-72. References. External links, Type 96 Main Battle Tank, globalsecurity.org,